Minister for Local Government and Rural Development Hajia Alima Mahama has appealed to the media to intensify education and create awareness on the upcoming referendum to allow political parties participation in local governance elections. Per the constitutional standards required to approve the amendment of Article 55 Clause 3 of the Constitution, which prohibits political parties from sponsoring candidates for local government elections of the referendum, at least 40% of registered voters ought to cast their vote and 75% should vote yes on December 17, 2019. Speaking at a forum on the referendum, the minister said the election of MMDCs will deepen operations of substructures of the local governance system.
So it is important that we take this democratic reform seriously and support the process. And we're lucky to have a president who says, I have the power. The Constitution has given me the power to appoint, but I'm prepared to let this power go. I'm giving out this power. If only you will go through the processes to repeal the various legal provisions. If we miss this opportunity, we may have one day another president who may not be interested in relinquishing that power. At the end of the day, that authority to appoint 260 MMDCs, it gives the president power and authority. But to allow for democracy to flourish, allow for people participation in the process. He's saying that, look, the research have indicated that this is what Ghanaians want. The Constitutional Review Commission report indicated that this is what Ghanaians want. I've discussed with my party. I've discussed with former heads of states. They all say that, yes, decentralization in this present form has been on for 30 years. Let's move forward with it. So I said, yes, let's do it. So I'm calling on you to join hands with us for us to do it. For Ghana. It's not for any party. It's not for MPP. Like I indicated, all the three parties, at least I'm sure of three parties, MPP, NDC, PPP, they had it in their manifesto. That if either one, they will go through the process of electing their MMDCs. And I think this is for the country. This is a national call. If you look at the Constitution, the kind of executive power it gives to the president, when I sit there, I will talk about that. Executive powers, a power in the hands of the president. So this is an opportunity for us to start taking out some of that power for them, the executive, and allowing the people to choose their mayors. Those at the community level who are responsible to provide leadership for them to develop their areas, as also realize their own potentials. So the Inky fraternity, I need your help. We need your help to support us in this. And let's look at it from a bipartisan perspective. Let's look at it from a bipartisan perspective. At the end of the day, it's for Ghana, it's not for MPP. So we need your help to support us in this. One, talk to the MPs to pass the 2431 in Parliament. You relate to them, you interact with them all the time. Tell them, why are you not passing this bill? It's important that we pass it. Talk to them to pass it. When we resume, then it will be passed. And secondly, then the 55.3 comes in. Help us, social responsibility. We may not have money to do the adverse like political parties do the adverse. This is a program that we want you to help us for national development. So we need your help to support us. Send a message across so that people will turn out 17th December to vote. What will happen on 7th December is there will be 3 ballot boxes. First, you go, they'll tell for you, you go and vote for your assembly person. Then, when you finish that, you go to the second box. They'll tell for you, you vote for your unit committee member. Then you go to the third box. That will now be the referendum. I'm not very sure what the referendum question will be framed. It's EC that will frame the referendum question. But it will be in the nature of, I'm not quoting, but I'm just saying, it will be the nature of, do you agree that political parties should participate in district level election?
Hajia Halima Mahama there making a strong case why Ghanaians need not miss this opportunity, as she puts it. Well, let's get on online and speak to Dean of Studies and Research at the Institute of Local Government Studies, Dr. Eric Odrosai. Doc, thank you for your time this afternoon.
Thank you for having me.
So where are we, first of all, in terms of the work you've done at the Institute and how you followed our local governance structure and system? Where would you say we are if you were to make an assessment?
Thank you very much. At the moment, in our local government system, we have a local government system that is non-political in law, but in practice, there is some political undertone. We are at a point where chief executives who are expected to bring development to the people are appointed by the president and approved by the General Assembly. That makes it extremely difficult for people in those localities to hold the chief executive accountable. We are at a level where we seem to have a national political institution appointing a politician to head a seemingly non-political local government. And this is a big disconnect in our governance system, and it is a gap that needed to be resolved within the shortest possible time.
Research has shown that this is what Ghanaians want, for us to be able to vote MMDCs, etc. But then we're doing it in a very partisan way. But there have been a lot of complaints about the partisan nature of our politics and how it polarizes our country. To what extent will going partisanship at this level of election solve our problems?
My answer to those who think that national partisan politics has polarized our society is that then we would have to abandon it and then stop conducting national level elections on partisan basis. Insofar as we are still holding on to partisan election at the national level, if we want to see some level of consistency in our governance system, then local government level should also be partisan. Simply because we are all playing on things. Our political parties hide behind assembly members and get them elected. You go to a typical assembly, it is easy for you to know which political party, which assembly member belongs to. Two, we are in a country where we believe that chief executives would have to be appointed. But as soon as chief executives are appointed, they all are linked to their political authority. So for me, if we are going partisan at the national level, then for governance consistency, we should go partisan at the local government level. We shouldn't deceive ourselves at all. And also, it is an undemocratic practice that has been inherited from the military regime, because the NDC law 207 started with local government system, and then within that period, the then military government wanted to have fair control over government at the national and local government level. So then they ensured that chief executives are appointed. Unfortunately for us, going into the 1980 Constitution, the Fourth Republic, instead of us amending the Constitution to ensure that at least there is some governance consistency so that people can elect their local government leaders as well as the national level leaders, we left it there. And I think it was strategic, because the whole of the executive chapter of the Constitution is entrenched, as if to say that we are giving more power to the executive. So, for good local governance, for improved participatory governance, and to deepen local democracy, I am of the view that chief executive will have to be elected, and not only elected, we should elect them on partisan basis, so that our national system will be the same as the local government.
Interesting how that will pan out. On 17th of December, perhaps we'll be able to know. But just before you go, is there a way that we could ever get this wrong?
You mean get it wrong?
I mean, what could happen that will make this go wrong from experience?
If we don't campaign, if we don't explain it to people, if the political parties do not get themselves involved, like they get themselves involved at the national level, we may end up not getting majority of the population or voters voting, because amending Article 55(3) requires majority of the qualified voters to vote. As many as 40% of qualified voters must vote, and 75% must vote yes. Now, the history tells us that participation in local governance is low. People do not come out to vote in local government elections. So that is the risk. And I'm sure that is why the NCCE, the Information Services Department, the Electoral Commission, and the Ministry of Local Government have started campaigning in earnest to ensure that at least people become aware of the need to take the power back from the president so they will be able to elect their own chief executive.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Eric Odrosai. He's the Dean of Studies and Research at the Institute of Local Government Studies there. He believes that this is the way to go. But we need to remind you that it's happening on the 17th of December, and you should go out and vote in this referendum, whether or not we should vote for MMDCs on partisan basis. That's your decision for you, the Ghanaian voter, to make.